This is my lag and resource friendly villager breeder from 1.16. Today we're gonna update it to 1.17. Hello dudes and dudesses, and welcome to yet another video. Yes, I need to update my villager breeder. It's actually a 1.16 issue that's the most pressing, and I did send out a fix video, but I think I only put it out on Twitter. So if you're not following me on Twitter, maybe that's an idea. Today we're gonna fix it, but we're also gonna build it block by block because I know you guys love your block by block tutorials, so we're gonna do that quick. And then I think we're gonna have some fun, because why not try and combine this villager breeder with a passive iron farm? I mean, right? Iron farm. Let me first go through what this lag friendly and resource friendly villager breeder does or mean. Normally you would slab out a lot of beds and put in a lot of villagers, and then you would just toss a lot of food at them, and very quickly it will get out of hand and you have a lot of villagers running around, and you're wasting a lot of food, especially early game. So this one is different. It's different that you can order one villager, and you can also order 10 villagers just by the press of a button. And it's super resource friendly, because it actually takes 12 carrots for these two guys, each of them, to wanna breed, and it's like instant. And what we have here is we have a dispenser with carrots, and you can see there's 64 in them. And we have this small system, and we have this button right here. Now watch what happens when I click the button. They're each thrown 12 carrots, and instantly they start falling in love. And in a second we will see that one of them will drop a baby down here into the tube. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh, I think he's standing there. Is he? Yep, and there he goes. And this part of it is specifically tailored to go into my villager trading hole that I also need to update, and that will be a later video. But this tube here is just the regular. You could use it with a minecart or whatever. This one here is specifically tailored to my villager trading hall, as I said. You see it right here, this part, and this is actually my updated villager trading hall that I need to make a video for you guys about very soon. Now the really cool part about this is that it works every time, and you can pre-order villagers. I mean, if I press the button 10 times, it will deliver 10 villagers. No more, no less. There will be the usual cooldown, of course, of 5 minutes, but you can go away and they will, do their thing, produce the villagers for you. You don't waste a lot of food, and you don't get a lot of lag with villagers running around that you don't want to. So that's why this, I think, is a very good villager breeder. It has issues. It has a very important issue. If I set it tonight, they go to sleep out here, as you can see, and that's all cool and dandy. But if I set it today, look what happens. Yep, not so good. And it's actually not a 1.17 thing, it's a 1.16 thing, as I said in the beginning. Luckily, the fix is incredibly easy. All you have to do is replace this block with a glass block, this block with a glass block, and you're good to go again. Let's set it tonight, and let's set it today again, and whoopty, they're both in their places. Now let's build up this thing. You want to start off by doing like this, putting 3 blocks down. It doesn't have to be glass, it's just that you can see what's in the tube. Then in front of the row, you take out 3, and then you punch out the one underneath, and then you put in water right there. Then you go 2 out like this, and make this kind of shape right here. And in the bottom of that shape, you place another water block right there, and you do the same on the other side. Then you take signs and place one there, and one there. Then you place a temporary block right there, and you place your tube on it, and you take out the temporary block, and then you build up like this, 4 high, and on this side as well, 4 high, and you do the same on the other side. You now should have something looking like this. You now place another temporary block right above the sign like this, and you go up the same way like this till it's up there, and remove the temporary block. Now I change the color of the glass because we're actually in this part, which is specifically made to go into my villager trading hall. But if you don't want to do that, you can bring it out here, and you can have a minecart going underneath and taking it out. You start off here by going up 6 high like this on both sides. Then you place a sign either side right there. Then you go up 3 high, 1, 2, 3, like so. And you go out like so. Then you kind of have to make this tube work, so you build out like this. Now in this room we gotta place right there. So it's 1 over the sign, and you go up like this, completing this row of 3. So now you should have a shape looking like this. Then you go down here and you punch out this one, and you place a wall. A wall makes the villager go slightly higher. Then for now you just place a block right here so the water won't come out at you. And at this level where you're standing, right there, you place a water source. So it's looking like this. Now the villager will be standing there until he's grown up. He will be sucked up here and go out here. And just so the villager won't be able to walk away, we will build some walls on this 2 high, like this, and that part of the system is done. Then it's time for some slabbing action, and all of the orange blocks right here, and right here, you slap them off so you have this kind of pattern. Then you go to this side and you use a full block and place it there, and go 4 out like this. Then you grab your glass again and you place 1 glass there, 1 glass there, and 2 pieces of glass right there. Now you place a temporary block there, and then you put trapdoors on it like this. It's important that you use a block there so the trapdoors are on the outside of the block, and then you take out these 2, so you kind of have this chamber right there. Now for a more tricky part, we need to have slabs on top of this, and of course we can't, so we do like this, take out this, and do like this. So now you have 2 slabs floating above these slabs right there. Now we come over to this side and we actually take out this block right here, and we place a slab right there and a slab right there. So there's, you know, a gap in there, and the reason is we need to put in these fences right there, and if this was a full block it would connect to it. So that's why we have slabs there. Now if you go to the back side, you can fill out this, complete this small platform with full blocks like this. So this is a slab, this is a slab, this is a full block, and all these are full blocks. And then it's time for some redstone action. Not much, but there is some. You put a row of redstone like this, making a T-shape. Then you go in with your repeaters and you put down 2 repeaters on each side, and both of them should be on 4 ticks. like so. Then you place down your sticky piston facing upwards like that, and on each sticky piston you place a observer looking that way. Then you go in here and you place a block on the redstone so it's level with the trapdoors like this. Then you come around to the front and you place your dispensers. It actually could be droppers, doesn't matter. Dispensers, droppers are cheaper, right there. Then you need to place in the final observers, and what you do is you place a temporary block right there and right there, so you have something to place the block against, and you place them like so. Then you can take out the temporary block like so. Now you should have this shape. Now we need to place in the beds, and you can do it by placing the bed on this block right there, and it will be level with, or roughly level with, this slab, and then you place another bed on top of it which is hitting this glass block right there. And of course we do the same thing on the other side like this. If you don't know that much about villager breeding, the reason that we have 4 beds and not just the 2 for the villagers in here is that there needs to be a surplus of beds before they will breed, because otherwise where would the kids actually sleep? And very curiously enough, because the villagers in here will take this bed, and the rule is there needs to be 2 blocks of air above a bed for a villager to breed, because the kids need to jump up and down. But when you do it like this, they don't have to. I don't know why, it just works. Now the system is nearly done. Let's just see. Oh, oops. This one, that needs to be a solid block as well. Otherwise it won't spit out 12, it will only spit out, well, fewer. And we need to go down here and we need to place a button right there on this block, not any of these, on this one in between the 2 glass rows. And it needs to be a wooden button because the length of the poles is different from a stone button and a wood button. Now let's try and test it out. Let's just see. What we want to see is that there's 52 left in each of these. 52 and 52. Cool. Now we just need to bring in our villagers, and in creative of course that's easy. We just drop them down there with a spawn egg. In survival, not so much. It's not easy to get them to stand there. So what we do is we build a stair all the way around, and then we kind of lure the villager to that bed. Maybe in survival when you're doing it, it's a good idea to not have that bed there while you're bringing in the villager, so you're sure that he picks this bed. As you can get him to sleep in this bed, then he will automatically stand there the next day. But this is creative, everything is easier, so we bring in this, and you can see the green particles that they emit means that they have picked a bed. Now let's see if they picked the right one. And they have. And let's bring it today, and they're in the spots. Let's just try and see, because if it's working time they might not. So okay, instant. Love's in the air, everywhere you look around. Choo choo choo. We want to see the it's standing right there, right? Isn't it? Yes. And he goes down there, he goes down there, and he stands there and bobs. Now when he grows up, he will be caught in this water and brought up here and stand right here. And maybe we should actually do something like this so he won't walk out. But that's the villager breeder, all done and dusted. Now let's see if we can have some fun, because this system right here that leads to the villager trading hall, we might be able to do something fun with that, or with even with this system up here. What I'm thinking is that, I mean, we have 2 villagers here already. Why not make a passive zombieless iron farm? Houston, we have a success. Alright dudes and dudeesses, I'm gonna finish the video here. You have your 117 1 and etc. updated, resource friendly, lag friendly, a villager breeder that only needs 12 carrots per villager per small breeding baby thing. And I had my fun, even though it took longer than I wanted to admit. I actually spent more than an hour on this before I found out that it didn't work there, and I needed to put it up there. It should work now as both an iron farm and as a breeder. Oh, there's a baby. Now we have 2 down there. And for the outro, could you please make an iron golem for me? Just, you know, just help me out here. It will be the best way to end the video, guys. Alright, dudes and dudeesses, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, remember to leave a like, it helps the channel. If you're brand new, subscribe, hit that belly button and all that jazz, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye!